Hey everyone, it has been a hot minute. I am Hannah and it is so good to be back online. I think I logged off maybe 6-7 months ago depending on how you look at it, and in my last video, or actually like the last thing I posted online, I said that I was going on a hiatus to figure out my health issues once and for all, and I didn't know how long I'd be gone. I just knew that I didn't want to come back until I had a diagnosis. Well, I'm back. So, I will try to explain this the best that I can without being too boring or long-winded. So, I have been sick for the last 13 years, and actually in that time, I have gotten one diagnosis. Back in 2014, the doctors were able to confirm that I have something called gastroparesis, which is just a fancy way of saying that I have stomach issues. For me, it's nausea, delayed digestion, stomach aches, etc., etc. And while that was good to know, it didn't really encompass everything I've been feeling, so I have continued all these years to try to find answers and to advocate for myself. Really cannot stress it enough, you have to advocate for yourself. And interestingly, gastroparesis is under the umbrella of dysautonomia, which means that your autonomic nervous system is dysfunctional, doesn't work right, and your ANS is in control of everything in your body that's automatic. I feel like I said that weird. Like your blood pressure, your heart rate, your breathing, all of that good stuff. And also, if you have one condition, you likely have more than one condition, just because like your system is more prone to it, you know? You might see where I'm going with this. Now, my best friend has one of these conditions and she's been urging me for years to get tested for it, so I finally did. And it wasn't very easy because there's not a lot of specialists out there, so I went through just a few regular doctors who weren't understanding it, just completely dismissing me. Failed a lot of tests because they weren't giving me the right kind of tests. And then finally, I found the one. The doctor who recognized my condition. As soon as she met me, it wasn't a matter of if I have this, it's you have this, let's find out how bad it is and how we're gonna treat you. But of course, I did go through the test and I passed it, no problem there. It was pretty cool. And I'm very excited to tell you that after 13 years, I have been diagnosed with POTS, or postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And I'm still new to it. It's still a very fresh diagnosis, so I haven't quite perfected my elevator pitch, so I wrote down what the explanation is because I know a lot of you will be curious. So, people with POTS can't maintain their blood pressure because their blood vessels fail to tighten. The brain senses this and asks the heart to beat harder and faster to pump more blood upward. But because their blood vessels in the lower half of their body haven't tightened, all of this is to no avail and gravity wins, and blood moves downward and away from the brain, causing the brain to receive less oxygen. So, the lack of oxygen to the brain results in symptoms such as fatigue, trouble thinking, lightheadedness, tunnel vision, and sometimes fainting. Check, check, and check. Except the fainting. And the other thing you're all probably wondering about is, how do I feel? Well, I feel really good and validated to have the diagnosis, but physically, let's just say like so-so. I guess I'm better than I was at the start of the year just because we have been implementing so many different things, but I'm also still implementing so many different things. We're trying to find the right balance of medication and treatment and figuring out what will work so that I can stay awake all day. And that may take a while. But in the meantime, I want to be back online. I want to be talking about fashion and thrifting and all of that fun stuff with you guys. As of right now, I do not have plans to integrate health information into my content. I like to keep fashion and health separate. I figure what's important right now is that my doctor and the people in my real life know what's going on. Maybe that will change someday and I'll share more online, but for right now, you're gonna see fashion stuff from me. But with that said, I don't want to discourage anyone who's watching this video that might want to reach out and ask a question or get some advice or even share their own story with me. That is totally okay. I'm not trying to hide my invisible illness. It's just not the main focus of what I post online, you know? Overall, I hope that we all have a lot more good days than bad days ahead of us. Thank you all so much for supporting my content while I've been offline. If you're new here, be sure to use the links down below to follow me. And I've been waiting 6 months to say this. Don't forget to be excellent to each other.